Hello everyone, happy Juneteenth. Welcome back to my channel, Crystal Stacy Designs. I'm so excited to show my Juneteenth dessert today. But before we get into it, if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. All right, so Juneteenth, I am so excited. A couple years ago, I did a whole Juneteenth meal, which that's on my Instagram page. At some point, it will make its way to my YouTube page. I'll upload it for you all to see, but I did it in honor of the holiday, which became an official holiday here in the US in 2021. So, for some of you all who don't know what Juneteenth is, or aka Freedom Day, you see I have it on the back. That's the YouTube Juneteenth playlist going. So, it was the day in June 19th, 1865. You all probably can't see. I'll post a picture, but here's my shirt. It has 1865 on it. That was the day where they found out in Texas that the slaves were finally free, even though Lincoln had signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. But it took its way. It took some time before it got to them. But that became the official Freedom Day in Texas. And it started there, but of course, since it has migrated all across the U.S., and so now everybody celebrates it. You'll find different celebrations all over the U.S., and it's become a big holiday. I can admit I was not taught about it in school. I grew up in Maryland. I didn't find out about Juneteenth to college. It was, at least when I was growing up, it was not something that we were told about. And I found out from other people that they were like, yeah, no. Unless you were like from Texas or states, I guess more states in the South probably talked about it, but it was not anything that I was known about. And I am Black. And this clearly directly affected my lineage and my ancestors. But now it has become an official holiday. I've been celebrating it the last couple years. And then, of course, because in COVID and all the stuff that was happening with George Floyd and people, finally realizing that racism was real, then the President Joe Biden made it an official holiday. So here we are, Juneteenth, happy Freedom Day. And so what I'm going to do is, as I stated, is going to do a dessert. So before I get into it, I just want to explain for Juneteenth about the color red. So the color red you'll find prominent in a lot of Juneteenth celebrations, and specifically in the food. And why is the color red so important, and why is the prominent color that you'll see is because red stands for the blood that was shed from the slaves who had to endure such harsh environments, and also it's a sign of resiliency and freedom. So you'll find strawberry, raspberry, hibiscus, just anything that represents red is prominent amongst the food. Like you'll see red velvet cake. I did that for my when I made my big Juneteenth dinner a couple years ago. So yeah, a lot of decor will be red. Even in the table that I created, it was a lot of red because red is just the main color. And like I said, it just represents resilience and freedom and blood that was shed. And also, if you want to take it back even further, red is also prominent in a lot of West African culture, which of course, if you know anything about the slave trade, this is one of the places where they took some slaves that brought them to many places. To drop off slaves. It wasn't just the U.S. There were slaves dropped all across, Brazil, the U.K., just all over. But West Africa was one of the main places where they took some slaves. So that is your brief Juneteenth history. You can Google it and find it find it anywhere. I know as we get closer to Juneteenth, you'll see a lot of more programming about it where you can learn about it. So let's get into this dessert. So my dessert is called a toasted strawberry cheesecake. Okay, everyone, so I am back. It is time to actually start making my dessert. All right, so like I said, this is called a toasted strawberry cheesecake. So again, you'll see I have a red plate. Why? Because red is the prominent color for Juneteenth celebrations. And also we have our strawberries for our red, and then just the regular no-bake cheesecake. So to start this off, I toasted, like I said, the cake. So I just got this Intimates all butter loaf cake. You can use any white cake or whatever cake you want. It was either this or the vanilla one. I only got this because it was cheaper, literally about like 30 cents. But so yeah, I sliced it up and I toasted it. I broiled it. I have an air fryer, but it has to be clean, so I just broiled it for a few minutes. And you'll see that it's nice and toasted and crunched. Because I'm like, yeah, we could just use regular cake, but I wanted to make it just a little bit different. And, you know, I just love a little crunch. Okay, so then that's that. And then we have this no-bake Philadelphia cheesecake. It's so good. And it's huge, though. So I try not to eat too much sugar, so I don't know how to get rid of this. But whatever, we'll work it out. So the first thing I did is, I hope I'm sure. Sorry about the glare, you know, my phone. Okay, so we're just gonna take as much cheesecake as you want, and I hope you all can see. I'm on my Lazy Susan, so it's not so low to the table. All right, I'm just gonna take, which this is more than enough. Gonna spread it around, tad. All right. There you go. And now, strawberry. I just diced them up. You can make them as large or small as you want them to be. And, sorry, probably should have used a different spoon because it's everywhere. All right, so this is what we have so far, right? I could be done. That could be enough, but I totally forgot I have this strawberry glaze. It's with, and it has balsamic vinegar in it. Yes, you mainly could use this for salads, but I'm just going to drizzle some of it on my cheesecake, and it tastes really good. So just drizzle. And here you have it. Oh my gosh, look at my cheesecake. It looks so good. That was super easy and quick to make. And it is perfect to represent our Juneteenth holiday. All right, so I'm going to do a taste test while we're all here together. Sorry for moving the camera. Just to see what it tastes like. Ooh, now don't make it too crunchy, as I clearly did. Next time, yeah, less crunch, but let's taste it. This is so good. Sorry, somebody walked in the back of the commercial came on. But as I was saying, this is so good. Like I said, it was quick and simple. So that is it. Thank you all for watching my video. I hope you all have a happy Juneteenth. Whether you're going to a Juneteenth festival or a cookout, enjoy yourself and be safe. And also for you all who are like, I'm not really sure how I can celebrate. There's several things you can do. There'll be a lot of programming on. I know Netflix has this show called High on the Hog, which shows about, not only talks about Juneteenth, but just an overall history of African American cooking. And also you can read up on different things about Juneteenth. I know I saw my friend just sent me something with NPR. We'll be having a lot of, because not only is has Juneteenth in it, it also is Black Music Month. So there'll be a lot of different like concerts and things featuring Black artists. And what you also could do is buy from a Black business on Juneteenth, and actually buy from a Black business the whole month. That's the perfect way of celebrating this holiday, as it is about freedom. And why, yes, we are so grateful for those ancestors who made it to freedom, who got to see it on June 19th, but we also think about those who did not make it. So I always think of that when I move about my daily life. It's because of their sacrifice that I am here and I'm able to do things like a YouTube or just doing anything, you know. While yes, there's a lot to work on in this country, I'm not going to say that it is perfect, but in some ways it's better, right? But we do still have a lot of work to do. But to this day, Juneteenth, I use it to honor those who fought the good fight and were able to see June 19th and ultimately led to their freedom and the freedom that I have today as an African American in the USA. So happy Juneteenth. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Again, if you have not already done so, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I believe I'm at 293 followers. So please help me get there. You know, the goal is to get monetization. Once I get monetized, I can do even more for you all. So yes, thank you again. Have a great day. And again, happy Juneteenth. Bye.